It's the bowl season tradition you've been waiting for. Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. And there will be Mayo in an ACC Big Ten matchup. P.J. Fleck and the Minnesota Golden Gophers, 7-5 on the season, taking on Virginia Tech and the Hokies coming out of the ACC, who had to beat Virginia in their final game to be bowl eligible. And that's where we are tonight. Brent Pry and his crew will get into the story throughout the evening. Aaron Murray, Matt Berry, Harry Lyles with you as Brent Pry in their second consecutive bowl appearance. On the other side, Minnesota comes into this game. They've been to 7 consecutive bowl games. P.J. Fleck has won 5 consecutive bowl games. Aaron, they feel really, really good about the team they brought to Charlotte tonight.
Boy, they feel really good about the team they had this entire football season. They had a bunch of close losses and just felt like they were just on the verge of playing and being maybe an 8-9 win football team. They retained a lot of guys heading into this bowl game. They're healthy and ready to go this evening.
If you are a fan of Mayo, if you are a fan of Minnesota or a fan of Virginia Tech, we appreciate you following us over here to ESPN News. We will let you know when we pop back over to ESPN. It will be the Hokies getting the ball first. Dragon Kesic to kick to Thomas Williams and Ali Jennings. And Kesic easily out of the back of the end zone. He's downwind, which helped as we take a look at the Virginia Tech offense. That's where we bring out Pop Watson. Aaron making his second career start. Got his first career start against Virginia, and it was a big one for the youngster. As I said, they had to win that game against their rival to even get here tonight.
Gained a lot of confidence. You're seeing a lot of quarterback runs. It is windy here this evening, a little bit chilly as well. So look for Virginia Tech to utilize his legs early on in this football game.
We will see Colin Schlee. He will be a part of the package tonight. He was banged up throughout the season, but Pop gets the start. Pop gonna run on first down, and that's a good start for the mobile quarterback just to kind of get into this thing. He'll be without the services of Daquan Felton, Jalen Lane, and they're all everything running back facial too.
Well, the good thing for him is he worked with a lot of these backup, quote-unquote, backup receivers, being the backup quarterback. So that familiarity is going to be key here this evening, working with guys that he's worked out since the first part of this football season.
So a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Watson the handoff. And Minnesota's defense there, that was Jeremiah Coney, brought down by Kerry Brown.
The one thing that this Virginia Tech offense is going to learn is this Minnesota defense is fast on all 3 levels, and they don't miss many tackles. In the open field, they're going to bring you down. We're going to see just how tough the Hokies are here this evening.
Aaron, just giving up 17.5 points per game are the Golden Gophers, so they are stingy. Early 3rd down for Virginia Tech, 3rd and 5. Pressure coming. Pop. Throw incomplete. Intended for Aiden Green. And the pressure brought by Jack Henderson, and Minnesota forces a punt.
And that's a processing that you worry about with a quarterback early on. You have protection with the running back on your right. You want to send your offensive line to the left. Mike ID left. Hey, go left, go left. That way you can protect it and not have to throw around a defender in your face. Nice job by Minnesota, putting some pressure on the quarterback there.
So Peter Moore to punt into the wind. It is windy here tonight. He's going to be punting to the freshman All-American, Coy Parrish. And we'll get into his story throughout the night. One of the more fascinating young players in college football, a true freshman. That ball bounces off Parrish. I don't see a flag for kick-catch interference, which I don't know how it's not out there. Jonathan Penix came up with it, but it looked as if Minnesota hit his own guy, and an early turnover by the Golden Gophers. Virginia Tech takes advantage.
He's getting blocked right into Coy.
All right, so our rules analyst, Matt Austin, spending time with us tonight. P.J. Fleck on the sidelines. He's angry about the no call. Matt Austin, walk us through that one, please.
Well, that is not any kind of kick-catch interference. You can block an opponent into his own player, so there's nothing there. If the kicking team or the receiving team did touch the ball, the kicking team can recover. They can't advance, but they can recover the ball.
All right, there's some clarity on it. PJ Fleck respectfully disagrees. You see Parrish, the fair catch, but then it hits number 4, Zaquan Bryant.
Hey, listen, it's legal. You can push a guy into him. According to our rules analyst there, and it's a massive play. Go 3 and out, and then all of a sudden you blink, and you're in plus territory. Let's see if they take a shot here.
So Virginia Tech special teams strike again. Taylor Mason, true freshman in the backfield for the Hokies. Play fake. Watson swallowed by the Gophers. Oh, pop got lost by Maverick Baranowski and Devin Williams, and that's a loss of 6.
Well, these linebackers are athletic. We talk about the speed of this defense, and it's at the linebacking position as well. Devin Williams, who's going to be starting in place of Lindenberg with the initial pressure, and then Maverick coming right behind on a little crosstalk to the weak side, gets the quarterback.
Yeah, Cody Lindenberg, the all-Big Ten player. He is not playing tonight. One of those local heroes from Minnesota. Opted out, quick throw outside. Gets some of that sack yardage back. Ethan Robinson to Aiden Green and a gain of 6.
I expect a lot of that here this evening. A lot of RPOs. You're going to see some quarterback powers. Get the ball out of his hands. They want to get to third and manageable situations. Minnesota's not very exotic on first, second, or third down, but still don't want to be doing 3- and 5-step drops for this young quarterback.
3rd and 10. How much will they elect to chew off here on 3rd down, potentially 4-down territory? They didn't chew anything. Devin Williams.
Well, that's back. 2 blitzes there on that drive, putting pressure, and they want to knock him out of field goal range. And you're just going to see a blitz from the linebacker. Look at the speed, sees it, is able to go left then right to tackle the quarterback in the backfield. A nice defense possession.
And yeah, Minnesota had the quick change on defense, hadn't allowed a first down in the first 2 drives, so they got out of the fumbled disaster on the first punt. Parrish back there again. His team wisely stays away, and that's where we will bring out Minnesota's offense and their quarterback, Max Brosmer. And Aaron, we've done a lot of football games. You've been around a lot of coaching staffs as a quarterback yourself. They glow about this grad transfer Brosmer, who's had a heck of a year for them.
Well, they love what's between the ears. His ability to process the defense, his ability to get through the playbook. They put a lot on his plates, checks, the verbiage, everything. It is a true West Coast system, and he's done nothing but excellence here this season. Excited to watch him in person here and see what he can do.
The fair catch at the 11-yard line, just shy of the 10. Darius Taylor, the running back. Play fake Brosmer. Eyes downfield, has to escape the pocket to the sideline, and there's a good example of a veteran quarterback, and they're going to rule it incomplete. That was Jacob Simpson, the tight end.
Really was not in the bingo cards, the athleticism of the quarterback, more of a true pocket guy, play action. They want to go everything off the play action, the zone to the outside, nothing's there, and nice escapability, just got to be able to catch it from that tight end spot on the outside.
It'll be interesting to see who steps up tonight for Minnesota. Their best receiver, Daniel Jackson, opted out. Emeki Brockington, one player we'll keep an eye on. Brosmer to throw, checks it down over the middle. That's Nick Callerup. And so far, 2 passes, 2 tight ends, gain of 5.
Well, and Matt, they want to use their pass game almost like a run game, extension of the run game as well. Not the RPO style, but a lot of these quick hitters, just going from 1 to 2 to 3, get your big body, especially the tight ends over the middle field, just like that, to sit friendly for the quarterback and let Max pick a shoulder to then throw it to.
So 3rd and 5. Brosmer, slant, dropped. Incomplete, intended for Taylor. That was Caleb Woodson. One of the leaders of this Hokies defense that did stay and play this game, and it's going to be 2 possessions, 2 punts.
Well, overall for Virginia Tech, not going to do a lot defensively, especially with all the new faces. They're going to play man-to-man. They're going to play a version of quarters, which is like man. Right there, it's just press coverage. They're trying to do a screen. Does a nice job being in the hip of the receiver to force a difficult pass.
So Crawford punting near his end zone. He's got downwind, though. And like an Aaron Murray drive, tends to add a little distance on it. Ali Jennings situated at his 45. See, he's rushed all the way back to the 30, to the 27. Jennings just past the 30, punt of 54, and a return of 2. NFL Countdown as you covered for all the Week 18 games. Saturday, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. SVP and the crew get you ready for some Saturday games. You love it. Browns, Ravens, Bengals, Steelers. Then Sunday NFL Countdown, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Will be at all the games with playoff implications, highlighted by the all-important Vikings-Lions matchup heading into Week 18. So second possession for Virginia Tech. Watson play fake. Watson scrambles and gets out of there to get maybe a little something out of nothing. Kerry Brown was right on him. They're going to give him 1.
This is something I'm going to be fascinated watching this defense. They want to get into this bare front, essentially creating a bunch of one-on-one matchups against this offense line. You're going to have a head-up nose, 2-3 techniques, and then 2-5 techniques on the edge. You have a very young center as well. They'll be moving in there for Virginia Tech, so not a good start there, offensive line-wise protecting.
Yeah, Tommy Ricard, true freshman, new center. Among Virginia Tech players not playing tonight. Pop Watson, quick shot outside. That's Aiden Green. And that's a good pickup for a gain of 8. Coy Parrish missed the tackle.
This is what you want to do. Positive yards, first and second down, settle in the young quarterback. And this is when you can do so much from a coordinator perspective of the run game, of the quarterback power, of the RPO. They don't want to use it as a pacifier, though, and always rely on it. But I think early on in this game, you got to lean into the strength of your quarterback.
3rd and 1. The give up the middle. Minnesota stopped it. That was Jeremiah Koenig and Jalen Logan Redding. First man there amongst the Gophers. Still not a first down in the game.
Well, look at Jalen Logan Redding there, number 97. That's going to be the key. Anytime you get to these 3rd and short, 4th and short situations, the initial surge from the defensive line, 97's able to get in there, get right around the offensive line, forcing the running back to go east and west.
So Coy Parrish deep to receive the punt. We'd like to welcome those of you here to Charlotte Bank of America Stadium and the Duke's Mayo Bowl underway. Minnesota, Virginia Tech. With that, the SEC's all-time leading passer, Aaron Murray, in the booth with us tonight. I am Matt Berry. Happy New Year to you and yours. And you see it on the table. There will be mayo tonight, and lots of it. We will get into that throughout the game. We've also got a good football game going on behind a 0-0 early on. Minnesota brings the experienced quarterback. Virginia Tech brings the young quarterback. They needed to get 6-6 to even get here tonight.
Well, they bring a lot of excitement, a lot of youth, a lot of players that are getting their first opportunities to play big-time college football, and we got a good start here in the first quarter.
Harry Lyles will be down on the field with us. So have a look. I just want everyone to just get your taste buds all fired up, because know that that's happening. And it's happening on things that shouldn't happen.
That's the key. We'll be eating throughout the night a variety of foods that you never thought mayo would taste good on, but we will prove that you can make anything taste good with some mayo.
That's it. That's the mission. Just like both these teams, their mission tonight, get the win. 2nd and 7 for Brosmer and the Gophers. Handoff inside. Good cut. good run. Darius Taylor, first down of the game. Jaden Keller brings him down after 11.
Well, this run game for Minnesota, it's not complicated. It's zone, inside, outside, a little duo at times, but for the running back, it's all about the vision, able to find the creases, put your foot in the ground, and then get vertical from there. Taylor feels the pressure to the outside, puts that left foot down, and is able to get the first down from there.
Second possession for Brosmer in this offense. P.J. Fleck raves about his graduate transfer quarterback. Said he's the best processor he's ever seen, and he's looking forward to the country seeing him tonight. Big fella, Jared Mangum off the right side. He told us this is a guy who comes in, even their offensive coordinator, Greg Harbaugh Jr., this kid would come into the facilities at 5:20 a.m. and leave at 6:30. And like, he's a football nerd.
Oh, and he benefited from being a graduate, so he didn't have a lot of classes. I think they're online as well, so he just got to live inside the facility. We're seeing a little backup quarterback here. Lindsey, both quarterbacks in the game, expected this when talking to the coaches this week.
Brosmer, fake the reverse. How about it? 86, Jamison Gears. Gets up high on the tackle. I love that they even thought that Max Brosmer on a reverse was going to be a look, and a good completion there by Drake Lindsey.
I was hoping they'd get a little bit of a run to force the quarterback to pass the bar, protect on the outside. This is something they love to do, Matt, especially inside the red zone. A variety of what we call tight end sneak plays, where it looks like they're blocking, the linebackers get a little bit relaxed, and all of a sudden they sneak out in the flat or down the sideline for a nice completion.
It's a bowl game. It's a Mayo bowl game. Things are going to get weird. Another good cut there by Taylor. And a gain of 3. Devin Alvis, one of the young players, as we start putting stuff on everything. One of the young players for this Virginia Tech defense. So many opt-outs. The entire secondary.
That's a lot.
That's aggressive. The entire secondary for Virginia Tech is out. Dorian Strong opted out NFL. Mose Phillips transferred to Mizzou. Jalen Stroman in the portal. Mansour Delane at LSU. So a young secondary tonight for Virginia Tech. 2nd and 6. Time for Brosmer. Over the middle. Good shot. Elijah Spencer. And those Gophers are starting to heat up. Caleb Woodson brings him down after 26.
Well, Daniel Jackson is out, so a lot of the pressure is going to be on Elijah Spencer to be that guy in this ball game. They're going to move him around outside, inside. Right there is just man-to-man coverage, a low-hole rat defender eyeballing the quarterback, and a perfectly thrown football. Nice route there from number 11. And now they're right there inside the 10-yard line.
Drake Lindsey at quarterback again. Brosmer split out to the top of your screen. Now Taylor situates himself as the quarterback. Brosmer, throwback, Taylor. Boy, they had big plans for that one. Josh Fuga brings him down. So apparently Brosmer, during the game plan, was trying to get the coaches to put in a new concept tonight. He used some of the tight ends to convince the coaches to let him.
I love it.
I'm wondering if that was it.
Well, he just got fired as OC if that was it. He better hope that wasn't it. He actually had his backup quarterback, Lindsey, wide open. Throw it to your backup. He's wide open in the flat. Goes back there, throws it to the screen on the backside for no gain there.
I would bet a jar of Mayo that was the play he wanted in. Brosmer, fake, pressure, end zone incomplete. Tried to get it up over to Callerup. And he overthrows the tight end, now 3rd and goal.
It's all about that play action, getting those linebackers to suck up. You look at all the Hokies there, neither line of scrimmage, just unable to get up and over to his big tight end there, and that's the key. We talk about the sneaks. These tight ends inside the red zone, big bodies, they're missing some of their starting receivers. You have to keep your eyes out for those guys.
P.J. Fleck, his 8th year in charge of the Gophers, 7 consecutive bowl games, 5 consecutive bowl wins. And it looked like Keyshawn Burgos moved first.
False start, offense. The center reached into the neutral zone, illegal movement, 5-yard penalty.
All right, so that was Greg Johnson. Now, worth pointing out, too, Minnesota without 3 starters on the offensive line.
Yep.
Led by Ariante Ursary, who's going to be a first-round draft pick in the NFL, their left tackle. So the opt-outs will be a story. We'll update you on where those players are going to be a factor. But 3 starting offensive linemen out for the Gophers tonight. Brosmer, check down, incomplete. Intended for Taylor. Dante Lovett there, and a good job by that Hokies defense. Kind of a bend but don't break possession for them.
Bend but don't break, and when you get to that 3rd and long red zone, they're just going to drop back in the cover 2, which is just not what you want from a quarterback. Just not a lot of holes there. You're kind of anticipating, hey, I'm just going to find my check down, take what I can get. Don't do anything stupid to cost us opportunity to put 3 points here in the first quarter.
So Kasich on for the field goal attempt, 33 yards. And the left footer misses it. So the young Hokies defense keeps Minnesota out of the end zone, and they keep the points off the board. Kasich misses right, and we are just getting started. Mayo and fun here from Charlotte.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
As we welcome you to the Duke's Mayo Bowl here in Charlotte, Bank of America Stadium, Minnesota taking on Virginia Tech. It is 0-0 here in the first quarter as we check in for the first time tonight with Harry Lyles.
Yeah, guys, we're about to see Colin Schley out here at quarterback. Kyron Drones has been down here mentoring him and Pop Watson both. I spoke with 6-year veteran wide receiver Ollie Jennings prior to this game. He described Pop Watson as super confident. He said when you have a competitor quarterback like that, you want to go and give everything you've got for him. And we're also going to see the other guy he talked about as well, Colin Schley, here coming up right now.
Harry, worth pointing out as well, Malachi Thomas in the game. They were hoping he'd be healthy enough to play, and you know he's going to pay some dividends as Thomas. He's been banged up this year, but without the services of Bashal Tootin, they certainly want Thomas to be a factor tonight.
Yeah, nice job there from Coleman Bryson, number 16 on the back end, coming down to make the tackle one-on-one. That's what we talk about the first possession. This defense does not miss many open field tackles.
Pressure coming. Schley sees it, pulls it down, wisely gets down. It's Maverick Baradowski.
On the offense doesn't change much with Schley in there. See the numbers right there, 346, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. As you saw in that previous play, a mobile quarterback as well. So the entire arsenal, entire playbook is there here in this 3rd and medium.
So Schley got hurt against Duke, which is what forced the William Watson, the redshirt freshman, to start against Virginia. Schley came into this when Kyron Drones was injured, as Harry alluded to a minute ago. So 3rd down, Virginia Tech yet to get a first down tonight. That changes with Tyler Mason, the true freshman out of North Carolina, getting 5.
Well, Parker Clements, the right tackle, just picks the defensive end and shoves him down, clearing the lane for the running back to get the first down. And see if you can get some rhythm here offensively.
And with Mason and some of these youngsters, he's a true freshman. You weren't going to play much with Bashal Tootin out there, who had a remarkable season for 1,100 yards rushing. But now it's a next man up mentality in some of these bowl games, and Mason hoping to take advantage of it tonight. Play fake. Dangerous, but caught. Big play, Aiden Green, flagged down.
Aiden Green's been the guy. Look at the edge pressure. This is what you call the run-pass options for. If he has a quarterback, you see that pressure off the edge. You got to be quick like a shortstop to get it out to the flat and let your receiver do the rest.
During the run, holding, offense number 1. 10-yard penalty from the spot. Repeat first down.
So that on Ollie Jennings, typically wears number 0. Jennings wearing number 1 tonight. You mentioned Aiden Green there a second ago. Jennings and Gosnell, Steven Gosnell, actually House Gosnell, both he and Benji are going to have to be big tonight with Jalen Lane and Daquan Felton opting out for the Hokies.
Yeah, an easy call there for the refs. I mean, anytime you get to that 0-by-3 formation, so 3 receivers to the field, no one to the backside, running back to that same side as the receivers, you're going to get sometimes that zone read with the RPO. Good study there from the Minnesota defense.
Now 1st and 19 after the penalty. On motion, Mason, boy, he's got some quick. Motion then got the handoff underneath, and a gain of 6 brought down by Coleman Bryson.
Well, that's what they're so excited about, 23. They said that the speed, the perimeter play, get him on the edge, find creative ways just like that, just to get 23 the ball. He gained some confidence in that Virginia game. Now they're excited to see, with all that bowl prep along with these other guys, what he can do in a full game.
Worth pointing out, a Minnesota defense that ranked 10th in points per game, 17.5, and 6th in yards per game. A couple of their stars are out tonight as well. 2nd and 13, Schlee with time, lofts one up over the middle. It's Aiden Green. Green brought down at the 2. Kerry Brown after 67. And Aiden Green, the sophomore out of Knoxville, Tennessee, is taking advantage of his spotlight tonight.
Well, it's a perfect play for the perfect coverage. You're going to get cover 4, 2 double post route to the boundary, and then a deep cross to number 26 coming from right to left from the formation. The safety and corner are gone with the post routes, and all of a sudden you get that deep cross wide open for the massive gain.
Just 13 receptions all year long for Aiden Green for 153 yards. Pressure on Schlee back of the end zone. Just tosses it up. Gosnell, the nearest man. Anthony Smith brought the pressure for the Gophers.
Well, let's go back to that last play and look at it. Cover 4. You're going to see the safety and corner on the backside. So we're going to get post route, another post route, and then the deep cross route. And you're going to see to the boundary, corner's gone, safety's gone, and then 26 now is wide open. And I like his little under and up on the linebacker as well to create some time for the quarterback to get through his reads.
Just 32 yards in the first 14 plays for the Hokies, 67 on the big one. 2nd and goal. Schlee to the left, Schlee to the end zone. Oh, Hokie high early in Charlotte. After the big play, 6-0 Virginia Tech.
Well, the guy who got the holding call early on this drive, Ollie Jennings, is the key and the reason for the touchdown. He's one-on-one with a big guy, and he logs him to the inside, allowing the quarterback to get east and west and then north for the touchdown to put some points on the board.
Extra point is good. And I tell you, bowl games, the fabric of them has changed. But when you talk to every single one of these coaches, and Brent Pry told us before the game, I've got young guys and they're hungry to prove themselves. They just did it, taking an early lead in Charlotte.
The Dukes Mayo Bowl is brought to you by Dukes Mayo. Welcome to Dukes Country. Visit dukescountry.com. Capital One, what's in your wallet? And Royal Caribbean, come see.
One of the great things about Bowl Week, you get out with the other teams, have some fun. Monday night at Queen Park Social, you saw Charlotte Motor Speedway there a moment ago. 160 miles around the Speedway, NASCAR Hall of Fame, also in the great city of Charlotte. Those guys stole our hats. Let's get one of those back in just a minute. How about Virginia Tech? The big play, 67 yards, paced the way. 7-0 Hokies as Coy Parrish deep to receive the Kyle Lowe kick. Cold night here in Charlotte. The fans are out. Into the wind, so Parrish will have an opportunity He fields it at his 5, takes it to the 10, the true freshman at the 15 and 20, and that's where he is brought down. So here we go. It is time to start the taste testing. Duke's Mayo is providing us the food. This is a mayo and banana sandwich.
Which I heard's a thing, actually. Someone told me that today. Never had it before, but...
Not yet.
The banana is actually really very smooth with it. Very smooth.
The banana saved the sandwich.
The banana saved the sandwich.
It's like banana tuna salad. Good God. We love you, Dukes. Don't do that again. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man.
I went for a second bite. I liked it so much.
You didn't have a pregame meal. Brosmer play fake, taking a shot, has a receiver and just overthrows Elijah Spencer. And that's how we end the first quarter. I got to tell you, I would not have given that Spencer TD the justice it deserved because I got mayo and banana in my mouth. Go, Dad, go.
That's it, baby. Hillers ain't got nothing on this.
Coach, you guys got a red zone stop that resulted in no points. You come back with a big play, get your offensive touchdown. How would you assess y'all's play so far?
Yeah, I thought the momentum swung right there. The defense bowed up in the red zone, which we've been pretty good there all year. They missed the field goal, and then we're able to sustain a drive and then get the big play despite the penalty. It's good momentum shift for sure.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
That big play was the longest pass play of the season for Virginia Tech as Minnesota has the ball again. And you heard the momentum switch. You said that for Brent Pry and this defense. They did bow up in the red zone. Minnesota had a goal to go. They ended up missing the field goal.
Well, you and I talked about during the break, it looked like it was just easy pickings there for Minnesota's offense, just moving the ball down the field. Couple nice passes, couple nice runs, but you still have to find a way to execute inside the 20-yard line. And to look up now after that great offensive performance and be up 7-0 gives you a lot of confidence with a lot of young Hokies on the field.
So now 3rd and 9. As Brosmer looks to make a play. Hokies showing blitz. They bring it. Brosmer, pick it up. Incomplete. Flags down. Late flag at that. There's 2 flags now, one on the far side of the 15.
So they're going to get Joshua Clark for holding or pass interference defensively. Going to bring pressure there, 6-man pressure, man-to-man on the backside, and he's going one-on-one with Haynes, number 18.
There are 2 fouls by the defense. Offside, number 23 is declined. Pass interference, defense number 5. The ball will be placed in the spot of the foul and include an automatic first down.
Josh Clark there, true freshman from Alexandria, Virginia. Aaron, they said this kid's got a chance to be special, but there's some youth on that field tonight from Virginia Tech.
Well, he has to understand that he has no inside help there, and he kind of gets beat to the inside off the break, and he panics there all of a sudden, starts to grab to reestablish his position, and then just too much of that grabbing there. Easy call for the officials. Again,
Dorian Strong, he opted out for the NFL. The entire secondary young and new tonight for Virginia Tech. So a first down by way of penalty for Brosmer in the offense. Jaron Mangum in the backfield. He's the bigger of the 2 backs, and you see it there. Mangum's a load. Braylon Johnson brings him down after 13.
And we talk about Brosmer and his ability to dissect defenses. Just look at the pre-snap. He sees the pressure coming. He checks and says, hey, Mike here, we're going run to the left. I feel pressure come from the weak side. And look at the crease then that this offensive line is able to get to that second level for the big-time run. That is all on the quarterback there in his pre-snap.
Credit the offensive lineman as well. 3 starters not in tonight's game from Minnesota, including their all-everything left tackle, Ariante Ursery. He's headed to the NFL as Brosmer a handoff on first down, and a good job by Mangum I mean, you see his frame, 6'2", 235. He's had a Mayo banana sandwich in his time or two. He's a big fella, the transfer out of Michigan State.
Well, the rumor was everything we're eating is what they had for their pregame meal.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah, they're loaded up on banana and mayonnaise. And
they won't have any stomach problems.
No, not like your boy the other day for Arizona State, Scatterbill.
He wasn't eating Mayo and banana. He was eating Texas for, yes, he was eating Longhorn for a while. Mangum again. They've got something with him, and he takes it to the right side, and he's going to get a first down for Minnesota, brought down by Caleb Spencer.
Lewis, the right tackle, 71. Just the athleticism. Look at him. Completely logs the defensive end to the inside. I mean, that's a big 6'7", 335 right tackle. Showing a little nimble there to allow his running back to get to the edge.
They just breed them different in the Midwest, don't
they?
Local kid out of Adena High School, Minnesota, transferred in from Notre Dame. 2 tight end set. Minnesota getting it done on the ground, got the first down from the penalty. Another handoff, this to Darius Taylor. The quicker scat back of the 2 and a gain of 1.
That's all it is offensively. Zone right, zone left, a little bit stretched to the outside. And a lot of the playbook they got was from the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
A lot of the West Coast stuff. Everything is based off that zone action, including obviously the play action and some shots down the field.
PJ Fleck was telling us that's where he believes Brosmer in the NFL is going to fit right in. One of these schemes, one of these West Coast schemes in the NFL that he already knows. In fact, before every game, he would memorize the call sheet, be able to write it down first play to last play. Play clock down. Brosmer just gets it off, designed run. And that's Josh Hand. He's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, you talk about the West Coast offense too, and this one just nothing there. It's going to be stick flat to both sides. Doesn't like it, pulls it down to run. Usually he finds that check down. Surprised he didn't find the running back. But a lot of those West Coast, it's a lot of terminology, a lot on the quarterback's plate, a lot of checking, and he's been doing that all season long. So yes, those NFL scouts that do run that system and coaches love to watch the film on him.
6 straight runs for the Gophers. 3rd and 8. Brosmer, one-on-one, takes a shot downfield. What a throw, what a catch. Lemeke Brockington, who's down after the big play, got the best of Clark, and a gain of 35.
Well, they're starting to figure out who they want to go after, and that's Joshua Clark, the true freshman there on the outside, just one-on-one. Brockington beats him right off the line of scrimmage and stacks him as they check on him right now.
Rolling on the field is a completed pass for first down. The receiver was down prior to losing possession. Timeout.
You see PJ Fleck, the first one to run out there to check on Brockington. So a big play for the Hokies, 35 on 3rd and 8. We'll let them take a look at Brockington. We'll step aside while they take a look at the receiver. Minnesota in business, down 7-0 here in the 2nd quarter. All right, you're seeing Lemeke Brockington there. Rule to catch on the field rules analyst Matt Austin. What do you see here?
I think this is a catch. He's an upright receiver. He's not going to the ground as part of the process of the catch. He has firm control, takes a couple steps, then starts to go to the ground. The defender's got his arm in there. He's the one that pulls the ball loose, but not until he touches the ground. So I think this is a catch and down by contact with the ground.
Okay, Matt, thank you. Big play. Brockington off the field. We'll get Harry to check in with him. He's one of the big play receivers with Daniel Jackson opting out. Minnesota will need his services, but 1st and goal now. 2nd time Minnesota has goal to go in this game. Toss outside. Is he going to throw it? Has a man! Caught! Touchdown!
Red zone is all about the tricks for Minnesota. Usually it's been the tight ends the past few weeks. This time, it's the receiver. It's the same thing. You're going to fake like You come inside, it looks like he's stock blocking the safety. Not so fast, he goes to the corner. And then up and over. Some nice touch there. And then the new #1 here tonight, Elijah Spencer, goes up there and snags it for the touchdown.
I tell you what, Greg Harbaugh Jr. is dialing them up. By my count, that's 3 trick plays for the Gophers. And Darius Taylor, the running back, put it up where his guy can get it. 80-yard touchdown drive to answer Virginia Tech's. And we have ourselves a ball game here. If there's going to be Mayo banana sandwiches, there's going to be trick plays. Nothing is off limits at the Duke's Mayo Bowl. And now let's take a look at the Bowl Challenge Cup standings brought to you by Progressive. How about the Americans? 6-2 leader in the clubhouse, no games left. ACC, we'll leave that there because Jim Phillips is here tonight. And then the MAC, Big Ten, SEC rounding out as we have, by count, 4, 5, 7 bowl games remaining. And a good one breaking out in front of us here tonight in Charlotte. This drag on Kesich to kick to Ali Jennings after the Minnesota answer to make it 7-7 here in the second quarter. And Thomas Williams will have that at his 2 to the 10, 15-20. Williams with a crease to the 30, 35, just shy of the 40. So some special teams for Virginia Tech. Where have we heard that before? Our friends at Duke's Mayo have brought food item #2. Here you've got the mayo. And they have brought us a Dove
This is
chocolate bar.
This is what I need to lose about 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So this is going to make me not want to eat ice cream for the rest of the year.
I would like ESPN to know, #1, I got a contract coming up.
Yep, same.
Let this be.
Oh, man, right here.
Cheers.
Oh, we have to wait.
Schlee, first down, incomplete.
Here we go. Here we go.
Cheers.
It really is not bad.
Dude, it is
It is
awful.
not really bad.
What is your problem?
Kind of like it. I love ice cream so much.
You know what's amazing?
That's my problem.
Is Mullen was saying the same thing. That was hideous. Harry, what do you have?
No, guys, I was told that you guys picked my food, and it was supposed to be more disgusting than pizza. Like, come on, man.
Hey.
Give me something a little more challenging. We got a hint of lime.
It's a warm-up lap, big boy.
I'll tell you what, it's very cold. I've got some friends as well. Oh, we got the play here.
We do. Schlee going deep. Almost intercepted. No flag down intended for Jennings. But a flag down near the line of scrimmage could be a offsides on Minnesota.
Timeout.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Try to bring some pressure. Yeah, way too early defensively. Ooh, could have been a little late hit on the quarterback. I've seen worse during this bowl season of calls that should not have been called on the quarterback. Right now, a guy that we have not talked about, Gosnell, #12.
Yeah, both
to the
Gosnells,
field.
yeah.
Yeah, let's see what they can do here.
Oh, Benji and Steven. Third down, pressure. Schlee able to get out of it. Great job by Schlee. Has a receiver deep. Incomplete. No flags again. That was freshman on freshman, Chance Wiggins, and the All-Big Ten freshman All-America, Coy Parrish.
First off, the most impressive thing was Schlee right here. I mean, he's got dead to rights in the backfield, gives a little up and under, and ball's just barely underthrown there to the outside to Chance Wiggins, who has to slow down, and then, as we've seen, Parrish, the old Big Ten, right there to make a play on the ball.
And I don't know about that. There's a flag down Virginia Tech sideline, and Brent Pry.
Head ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct by the head coach of Virginia Tech. 15-yard penalty. Remains full.
I was keeping my eye on Pry as all of this was developing, and we've called a number of Virginia Tech games. I've never seen him that upset. Let's bring in our rules analyst, Matt Austin. I saw pass interference. Brent Pry saw it. I think Aaron Murray saw it. What did you see?
Well, I only saw the play before once, but I thought there was a lot of contact there. This one, there was a little bit of body contact because the receiver slowed down, but the standard for defensive pass interference is an obvious intent to impede. I think they just bumped bodies. I don't think there was enough to throw a flag for it.
I'll say this, Matt Austin. If it's called consistently that way tonight, let's do it. Let them play. Parrish on the bounce, and Aaron, as we head to break, we talk about it all the time, like, oh, they throw too many flags. As I said a second ago, if they're going to allow this, allow it all night.
Just be consistent. That's all we care about.
So Parrish on the breakup. Minnesota ball when we return.
The Dukes Mayo Bowl is brought to you by Dukes Mayo. Welcome to Dukes Country. Visit dukescountry.com. And NerdWallet. Finance smarter.
Awesome move by the team. The Second Harvest Food Bank. Teams combined to make 3,000 bags of food going to kids to help feed them during weekends and holidays when not in school. Bowl game's very charitable in the local community as we're tied at 7 apiece here in the second quarter. Aaron Murray, Matt Berry, Harry Lyles with you. Dukes Mayo Bowl. College football playoff semifinals next Thursday and Friday. Capital One Orange Bowl, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and a Goodyear Cotton Bowl will be at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Hey, Matt and Aaron, you guys were dipping Mayo and everything. As your reward, we'd like to send you to one of the college football playoff semifinals.
Yes, now we're talking.
So Brosmer, after the big play, check down. You talked about it a minute ago, West Coast offense, Darius Taylor. He's got the touchdown pass tonight, not Brosmer. He took a look deep, did Brosmer, did a smart job checking it down and got a first down to show
they're playing
for it.
quarters coverage, so it's two verticals to the boundary, so you go 1 to 2. You don't like it, turns into man-to-man coverage essentially, and then find your running back out of the backfield. I love the progression, but I also love the arm angle there, getting around the defender and putting an accurate pass to his running back to get close to a first down.
So check that, inches from a first down, second and inches. Taylor still in the backfield. Play fake open. Brosmer over the middle. Caught. That's Lemecki Brockington, and Brosmer finds him again. Good to see Brockington back out, injured after the big play, and a gain of 20, brought down by the true freshman Noah Jenkins.
Well, this is what I love about this West Coast offense. Look at these linebackers. They don't get all the way to the line of scrimmage, for goodness sakes, leaving plenty of space for that deep cross for the first down.
Here comes Gopher tempo. Brosmer quick outside to the tight end Gears. Jenkins again, and a gain of 3. What a gift it is in college football to have not only a veteran quarterback who understands the offense, but a veteran quarterback that's going to play in a bowl game and understand the opportunity he has in front of him.
Yeah, and working with guys that he necessarily hasn't worked with in the entire season. I mean, he's missing some of his best receivers, especially Daniel Jackson, who, played every single position for this offense, in the slot, on the outside, a lot of motion, and still going out there and having a nice first half as this quarterback.
Coming in, Brosmer needed 8 completions to set the school record. Now just needs 2. Roll out to the right. Whole field open. Has a guy in the end zone. Incomplete. Kendrick Lanier couldn't come up with it. Threw it a little bit high and outside as Alvis on the coverage.
And you have to realize when you're running to the right, there's going to be a high angle route, one-on-one. That as you're moving to the right, the ball is going to continue to move to the right as a thrower. So you have to throw it almost a little bit to the inside. It's some kind of law that's a little bit too smart for me. Some smart
You're talking
scientist. Physics, yeah, something like that.
You didn't major in physics at Georgia?
No, just majored in football.
That's it. Congratulations on your degree.
And how to eat mayo. That's it.
That's why you're here. 3rd and 6. Mangum in the backfield. big fella to the right. Mangum, first down and more. I tell you what, this kid has been a load early on for 18. Alvis and Williams on the stop. Minnesota in business.
Well, look at the offensive line. First off, give props to the big uglies up front, but 6'2", 235 is number 8, the running back position, and once he gets going downhill, good luck slowing him down. But man, those offensive line did a good job. They mugged those linebackers up too, and once you're able to log those guys up, there's a huge crease.
Mangum averaging 9 yards per carry. Give it to him again. He won't get 9 yards on this one. Good job by Virginia Tech. Emmett Law is another one of the true freshmen. So I've already called 4 true freshmen's names tonight, in Clark and Laws and Jenkins. It's just that kind of night for Virginia Tech, who lost a lot of their veteran players.
Well, the coaching staff was super excited. They treated bowl prep like spring practice. Right. A lot of tackling, a lot of drills, a lot of good on good. It felt like a lot of these young freshmen developed and took their game to the next level, and we're really excited to see what they can do here in a live situation.
It's Taylor motioning back into the backfield, 2nd and 10. Pry gets the timeout just before the snap. Sprinted all the way down to the side judge to get it. Calls his first to 3.
The snap timeout was called by Virginia Tech. It's their first of the half. It's 30 seconds in.
You know, this time of year, final week of the NFL season, you get some fun on Saturday. Week 18 regular season finale, all AFC North Saturday doubleheader. A lot of playoff implications. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens need to win to lock up another division crown. They take on the Browns, 4:30 Eastern. And Russell Wilson and the Steelers square off against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, 8 Eastern. Bengals need to win. They need a Dolphins loss. They need a Broncos loss. And if Cincinnati gets in, you don't want to play them.
No, not that offense right now. I mean, Joe Burrow is probably the best quarterback in the NFL this season. Just what an absolute stud.
I think he's the MVP of the league.
I think it's always hard if a guy doesn't make the playoffs, but if they do,
I understand. Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't think it needs to be a.
Josh Allen though has been pretty special as well.
Lamar Jackson's been good. Patrick,
Patrick been.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. Saquon Barkley.
Try not to go viral there. I stopped myself.
2nd and 10. You did. You up-talked, so I knew. End around to Brockington. Again, good job by the Hokies, stringing him outside. Brockington brought down by Spencer for 2.
This red zone defense has been absolutely terrific in this football game. I mean, it took a trick play on the previous possession for Minnesota to score a touchdown. When they're playing just straight up football, this Hokies defense bend but don't break so far.
What do you like here, 3rd and 8?
You know, I like the big tight ends. You know, you're gonna put them in the slot right there to the field. You got your big tight end along with Spencer, number 11, your go-to receiver here in this football game.
See what Brosmer does. Looks right, keeps it right. Touchdown, Minnesota. Elijah Spencer again, as Brosmer stayed in the pocket, knew he was going to get popped and delivered a strike.
Well, you go to the guys that you trust. I mean, I love right there. You feel that as a quarterback. You see that red color coming right down you. And then it's very savvy from Spencer, feeling the zone coverage, coming right around, presenting his numbers to the quarterback. But most importantly, like I said, you go to guys that you trust and that you've worked with. Spencer is that guy for his quarterback here tonight.
4th career multi-TD game for Spencer. And back-to-back touchdown drives, 80 and 65 yards respectively. And with that completion, Brosmer ties the school record for completions in a season. Gophers moving. It's been Spencer, 14-7, midway through the 2nd. And now we take a look at tonight's clutch delivery brought to you by Chipotle.
And it goes to Elijah Spencer, the go-to guy now for this Minnesota offense, with Daniel Jackson opting out of the game, and find big number 11. Does such a good job catching the ball away from his body, using his hands. 2 touchdowns in this game, ties a school record for touchdowns in a bowl game here in the second quarter.
You know, Elijah Spencer, too, rocking the hair. They got this Georgia sweet heat sauce, this Duke sweet heat sauce. I would light that up on a Chipotle bowl right now. We're going to make it work somehow, some way. Thomas Williams at his 5. Now to the 15. And that's where he's wrapped up by the Minnesota special teams as we kick it back to studio and Kevin Connors.
And Matt, it's time now for our Staff DNA studio update. Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. North Texas was game, Rod, but Texas State's Lincoln Perry put this game on ice.
Oh, the doppelganger for Cam Scatterboot from ASU shows he runs like him, too. He gets out in the open and gets Texas State up.
Mean Green can't catch up, Matt. Texas State relishes the win.
I'd even eat relish right now, Kevin Connors. I would. It's William Watson now. Pop Watson back in, gives it to Coney. Minnesota right there.
Well, this offense has struggled. Only 102 yards on 20 plays. 67 of that, though, came on 1 play. So trying to find a way to create just a consistent drive, methodically move the football. You bring back your starting quarterback in the game. See if you can get him on the run a little bit. Nice, easy completion.
So it moves the ball with Colin Slee a couple of possessions. Pop coming back in, who got the start. We knew we'd see both quarterbacks coming in. Watson over the middle. Can he pop one here? Overthrows Jennings. He had a step on Ethan Robinson, bringing up 3rd and long.
And the ball was just a little bit too flat for my liking from the quarterback. I need a little bit more up and down, and you also have to understand it's windy down there. You're throwing with the wind, so that ball is going to continue to sail on you as well. Missed opportunity, and a nice route by Jennings.
So Virginia Tech just two first downs in the game. Had the big play early. Minnesota showing pressure. They bring it. Full blitz. Watson has a man open, and a good job by Pop finding Keelan Adams, true freshman. Virginia beats Virginia. Got 14 on 3rd and 10.
And that's when Pop's at his best, when he just can be an athlete. Feels the pressure, sees it. They're bringing multiple guys to his left, eludes it, and then finds a wide open receiver for the first down. And sometimes you just need 1 first down just to get the rhythm going a little bit, move around as well.
He was the Massachusetts Gatorade Player of the Year back in 2022. Was Pop Watson, got his nickname from his grandfather, played in Springfield, Massachusetts at Central. A local legend in those parts, hoping that translates to Virginia Tech. And he gets brought down and swallowed. He didn't have a shot with Devin Williams and Anthony Smith bearing down on him, and that's going to be a loss of 6.
I mean, they're bringing all 3 linebackers on this play. They're going to bring the Mike, the middle linebacker, and the Sam, the strong linebacker, and then the Will linebacker is going to wrap all the way across from the other side, and eventually is the one to make the sack there. Is number 9 coming in there along with 0. Talk about the speed of this defense and those linebackers. A lot of fun to watch here this evening.
So 2nd and 16 after the sack. That's Gosnell in motion. Another play fake, another sack. Pressure, Henderson. He came in unblocked.
Well, he timed it perfectly. I almost thought you're gonna see from the top of your screen, he times it up so nice.
Our apologies, Aaron has Mayo on his fingers and not able to draw a telestration at the moment.
Greasy fingers just did not work with the iPad there.
We will wipe off his hands as soon as we can. That's gonna be a free play for Watson. See if he takes advantage downfield. Jump ball incomplete. Intended for Jennings. They'll get 5 yards of that, 26 back.
Offside, defense number 0 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, repeat third down.
That was Anthony Smith.
A lot of contact down the field, but you and I were harping on it earlier. If you're going to call it, be consistent. Another hand grabbing and pushing and shoving from receiver and DB, and I think a good no call there.
Aaron, turn around. Shep, audio man of the Stars, is handing you paper towels. Get those Mayo fingers all worked out.
I know, I love using the telly, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll persevere. Got a whole half of football left. You work all year to get to this moment. You're going to get rewarded with a Mayo bath for the head coach. College football's the best. Pop Watson trying to get something back, and he does. 21, probably too insurmountable to get on third down and a gain of 9, and that'll bring out the punting unit for the Hokies.
Yeah, you're hoping to get some yardage there. You're punting with the wind. So you're going to let your punter know, just kick this as far as you can go here before or after the 2-minute timeout.
And no need to snap it here as we get down to the 2-minute timeout. Entertaining first half to this point. So Minnesota,
this is the 2-minute timeout.
They have 3 timeouts remaining. They'll get the ball with their veteran quarterback. Pumpkin pie and mayo, do it.
Kevin Connors in studio. Coming up on the United States Marine Corps halftime report, we're going to recap a classic ServPro First Responders Bowl, a great Cinderella story. Plus, Rod Gilmore on how Notre Dame defends Penn State's Mr. Do Everything coming up at the half. Matt, have you considered a dollop on a piece of pumpkin pie, maybe?
Maybe, but Kevin Connors, you won't say this in public, but I know you put Duke's Mayo in that head of hair of yours. It is so healthy and gorgeous. He won't say it, but I know it. Big punt here into the wind. See if he can get Coy Parrish off his spot. Oh, what a cut. See if he can outrun the defense. Parrish to the sidelines, and you see why they believe Parrish next year is going to find his way on the offensive side of the ball as well.
A little Travis Hunter next season, possibly for number 3, going to be playing some receiver. Super excited about his development at that position this offseason, but man, he comes from a small town in Minnesota. 2022 Class A long jump state champion, number 1 recruit in Minnesota. They knew they had a superstar, and he's been nothing short of that this entire season. 3 is just so much fun to watch on that back end of this defense.
He's a local legend out of ESCO, local legend in Minnesota. The coaches heard all about him. They saw him come on campus. They looked at him, and they're like, wait, him?
Yeah.
Like, that's the guy? It is. He's got a good future ahead of him in the Big Ten as pressure is coming. Picked up Brosmer all kinds of time. Checks it down to Taylor, who gets what he can out of a check down. And that's one of the staples of the West Coast offense, right? We saw it growing up with Joe Montana and Roger Craig out of the backfield, Tom Rathman.
It's all timing.
That's
it's all timing. You have to listen to your feet. It's 1, 2, 3, bam, check down.
You see Brosmer sets the record for completions in a season. There's a check down again to Spencer, who's had a big half with 2 touchdowns. And Brosmer continues to run this offense at a doctorate level, which, by the way, when his NFL career is over, he wants to be a doctor.
Oh, he wants to be a doctor. And it's funny, when I was having my cup of coffee with Kansas City, I tried to change up my footwork in the gun, and Coach Reed lost it on me. He said, what are you doing? Your right foot does not go back. Your right foot goes forward. When you take the snap, it's all about timing. It's 1, 2, 3, quick hitch.
Yeah.
He felt like even changing my feet would mess up the West Coast offense.
Did you put Mayo in that cup of coffee in the NFL?
Yeah, I should have. Like our boy Will Levis. Maybe later in the show we'll give Will Levis's.
I probably wouldn't follow Levis's routine.
Yeah, true.
1st and 10, Brosmer, one-on-one coverage. That's incomplete, intended for Gears.
Caleb Woodson, the linebacker there, one-on-one, and this linebacking crew, Woodson and Keller, really has kept this defense together, working with a lot of these young guys during the bowl prep, making sure everyone's ready to go here this evening. Brand new secondary, some new faces up front, but those guys have been consistent.
And worth pointing out, they made a defensive coordinator switch. Sean Quinn, the interim, but they also brought back legendary Bud Foster. 25 years as defensive coordinator at Virginia Tech. He is back full-time in an advisory role. He's here tonight in the booth. See if he can't get this young defense going as Taylor breaks one off on 2nd and 10. He picks up 18. Is Quentin Reddish, the Charlotte Independence native, bringing him down.
Well, I love the play call here from Greg Harbaugh Jr. 2 high safeties, thinking they're going to throw the football here, and they look up and say, you know, we got 1:07 to go on the clock, plenty of time, veteran quarterback, let's just run the football, and 3 timeouts. So really, really savvy call there from the OC.
Ian Rosemer's relationship, Harbaugh Jr.'s relationship with Rosemer, says he sometimes finds him in his office sitting in his chair. The quarterback, not the coach. Rosemer, deep, overshoots his guy. Safety was over the top. Christian Driver, the intended receiver.
I don't know if Bobo would have let that fly back in the day for me. If he walked in his office and I'm just sitting there, feet up on the desk, drinking my mayonnaise and coffee,
you were setting records.
Tape.
You got to let him know, like, you were the boss, but you were the alpha. I mean, Aaron Murray was setting records in the SEC. What are we doing? Bobo should have given you his chair.
The Southern coaching flavor is a little bit harsher than the Midwest.
Play clock down to 1. Play off. It didn't get it off. That's going to be a delay of game, it looks like. Penalty down. 3 timeouts. That's surprising that happened.
Well, they expect him to check plays, get everything situated, and snap the ball.
Ball start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. 8-second down.
Yeah, so it wasn't delay of game. It was a false start on the center, Greg Johnson.
But so that the offensive line gets very antsy. They know that, hey, this ball's getting snapped. Defense is coming. You know, they're standing in that. That's the one thing when you start checking a lot of plays, that offensive line's been in their position for 15, 20 seconds, rearing to go.
Can I tell you something real quick? My Diet Coke tastes like Mayo now. All right, end of story. 2nd and 15. Taylor. Touchdown, Minnesota. "21 unanswered points, 3 straight TDs for the Gophers." And you talked about the savvy play calling. There it was again in a big run for 28 and a touchdown.
And just untouched. We're going to get some views of this one, but the receiver on the backside, if you get long runs, it's usually because receivers are blocking the secondary. He gets to the safety, which allows the running back to cut north, find that crease, and take it to the end zone for another touchdown.
That young Virginia Tech defense is getting its work tonight. We have wiped off Aaron's fingers of Mayo. I am told he is going to tell us straight.
Well, we're going to find out if the Mayo is completely off the fingertips. But watch this receiver come down to block the safety, and he's going to bring 2 with him because he's going to bring the guy covering him as well. So you get 2 for 1. He comes down, he blocks the safety, the corner comes in too much, and then it's hasta la vista, baby. We're off to the races for another touchdown. Great job. Look at the block. Taken 2 for 1. No one's left for the touchdown run.
Kenrick Lanier, the redshirt freshman, sprung him loose. Most receiver coaches, and that's what P.J. Fleck's done his entire career, played receiver in the NFL, played receiver in college. Their motto's no block, no rock. They owe Lanier a pass. All right, so I have news to share with the beautiful viewer. That is Tubby, the great Dukes Mayo mascot. We have a celebrity that's inside. Tubby is a celebrity tonight.
Nice.
We will reveal the mystery celebrity mascot post-game. Have you seen that show, The Masked Singer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so think of it that way.
But he can't sing. He can't talk.
No, mascots can't talk.
Yeah, he can't talk. They can't say anything.
He's not spitting out chocolate bar, and you knew he would.
Yeah, listen, the mascot that was trying to get the digits of some girl, but other than that, they cannot talk.
Mascots have that swagger, especially a Mayo mascot. Minnesota special teams has been good, and Bowl Mania wraps up tomorrow morning on ESPN2. Buffalo taking on Liberty. Bahamas Bowl presented by Atlantis Resorts. Coverage kicks at 11 a.m. Eastern. Hey, Matt and Aaron, for your guys' efforts tonight, dipping everything in Mayo, we'd like to bring you Pat McAfee's jet to fly you out to the Bahamas to go call that game tomorrow.
Come on.
You guys in?
And around at Royal Blue while we're down there,
Sure,
too.
we'd love it.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, so Pop Watson back in at quarterback. Tyler Mason there. Under a minute, young quarterback. What do you expect on this drive?
Hopefully they don't do what Georgia did last night and try and throw the football.
I wasn't going to bring it up. You're working through your Georgia. I'm working through my Arizona State.
It was a bad week for both of us, but Virginia Tech playing a little bit smarter than the Dogs did last night. Looks like they're just going to hand it off maybe again. Oh.
Going to throw. Check it out of the backfield. Caught. Short of the first down by Mason. I think Brett Pry probably content to let this thing go to the half, 3rd and 1. Haven't called the timeout. Minnesota, for that matter, with 3 hasn't either. High snap. First down, Virginia Tech. That's Malachi Thomas.
Actually call a timeout, does Virginia Tech.
has called their second charge timeout of the half. It's 30 seconds in.
I mean, listen, you have the wind with you. If you can get about a 20-yard gain here, use your last timeout. They may kick a field goal, but you have to protect the quarterback. That's the big thing right now. You have to protect your quarterback and then take a shot. If they play cover 2, maybe something down the middle of the field, a dagger route, they go single high, you just pick your best one-on-one matchup and you throw it down there.
A little bit of a reset for you. Aaron Murray, Matt Berry, Harry Lyles. Virginia Tech needed the win in the rivalry game to get to this point, make a bowl game. In Minnesota, they've been to 7 consecutive bowl games. They've won 5 in a row. They were a season of what could have been either way, 11-1, or even, like PJ Fleck told us, 5-7. They lost to Michigan and Penn State by combined 4 points, and in fact, 7 games were one-possession games for the Golden Gophers. Minnesota backs off its pressure. Watson has a guy on the sideline. That's a big-time throw to Aiden Green. And you talked on it, Aaron. All they had to do is get a big pop, see if they can't get in field goal range.
Yeah, I think this may be a little bit too far for a field goal. Maybe another 5 yards with the win. Give it a chance, but still, love the calm footwork in there. Trust his offensive line, and then 26, Green finds a way to get just 1 foot in, and now
John Love
try.
Yeah, he kicked a 57-yarder.
Final timeout of the half.
John Love kicked a 57-yarder at Miami. That was the 3rd longest field goal in school history. So he's downwind.
Downwind. Could be about 60? 60-yarder?
42, you add the 7, that's 9. Yeah, 59 yards. Woo! I mean, it's like you deciding downwind if you're going to drive a par 4 that's drivable.
Yeah.
You're going to take
always,
it.
always.
And you're going to send it.
Always sending it.
And John Love's
always sending it.
He's going to send it also.
Best club in the bag. Irons, not so much, so I don't trust him. Definitely not the 3-wood. Just kick it high and let it fly.
Especially not after a night of eating mayo. I can't wait for the second half.
Can't wait for the flight home tomorrow morning.
That the maids can't wait for you to leave your hotel room.
My wife did just text me. She said, you know, you seem like you're enjoying it so much. I'm going to go buy some mayo for the house tomorrow.
You know what? Duke's
I said,
mayo.
it better be Duke's if you buy it.
Light it up.
Better be Duke's.
So Brett Pry, can he get 57-yarder for Love against Miami? This one officially 60 yards. Longest field goal in Virginia Tech history, 61.
Parrish is back, number 3. In case this is short.
30-second timeout.
This could get fun if this ball does land short. 3's there to catch it. And you have a bunch of offensive linemen, big guys for Virginia Tech, and then an incredible freshman athlete back there.
I'd be stunned with Love's leg if Parrish would have an opportunity to return it. I mean, he made it with 57. It's downwind. I mean, we've seen weirder things. I mean, it's bowl season. Anything can happen.
be fun if it happened.
Impressions of the first half.
Impressions is this is a great Minnesota football team. I think we anticipated that even without their best receiver, a couple offensive linemen, their 2 starting tackles, but still an absolute stud of a quarterback, a defense that has been just incredible this entire season. So not surprised with the outcome here to start the game.
So Parrish will be back there, back at the end zone as Love tries to make a 60-yard field goal here at the end of the first half. Hold had some work. Good!
Let's go.
How about John Love? All you need is love and a little bit of mayo in your diet.
I think they greased up the crossbar with a little mayonnaise and it just slipped right on over. I thought Parrish was gonna jump up there and snag it. Nope.
Wow. What a finish to the first half. Down to Harry.
Coach, you're halfway down the path to the bath. How do you continue what you had in the first half? When are you going to tell these guys in the locker room so you keep it up in the second half?
We got to clean up some special teams things, but we got to be able to continue to run the ball with effectiveness and be able to take what their defense is giving us, putting some pressure on us. But I think Max is doing a good job finding some open receivers, and our guys are making some plays.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet.
Good for John Love. 60-yarder, 1 yard shy of the Virginia Tech school record to end the first half. And as a matter of fact, for his reward, I am going to go down there with a Dove chocolate bar and a jar of mayo, and we're going to party. So is Kevin Connors and Rod Gilmore at the half.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Welcome back to Charlotte in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Entertaining first half as Minnesota with a 21-10 lead over Virginia Tech. With that, welcome back into the booth. Aaron Murray, Matt Berry. We are plugging along here with our best friends from Mayo, and a good football game breaking out behind us. Early on, it was Virginia Tech and those young players and that momentum, but Minnesota has since seized control of this one going into the third quarter.
Well, it started with Minnesota's defense has been terrific, and then the offense kind of took a little bit to get going, finding some new playmakers with some opt-outs, offensive line and the receiver. But once they got going, it has been a fun half to watch that first half. It started with a little trickery inside the red zone. Darius Taylor goes to the right after getting the pitch, finds Elijah Spencer, the new #1 receiver, and then some great blocking on the outside as well, springing Taylor for a nice touchdown there in the second quarter. There you go, look at the first half stats for Minnesota, but it's been a very balanced attack. The rushing yards, the passing yards, and you see Virginia Tech just unable to get their rush game going at all. Only 20 yards there through the first 2 quarters of this ball game.
Those are your first half stats brought to you by Rowe. And we had mentioned it, the difference in rushing yards and big plays for Minnesota. This young Virginia Tech team, we're starting to see it maybe a little bit defensively in that young secondary with all of the leaders, Dorian Strong, Mose Phillips, Jalen Stroman, Mansour Delane, transfer to LSU. We're starting to see Minnesota take advantage of that as they lead 21-10. Gophers get the balls. We check in with him.
Guys, I spoke with Coach Brent Pry from Virginia Tech. I asked him, hey, what'd you tell your guys in the locker room? He said, look, just keep playing football. He talked all week about how they had such energized practices with the guys that were going to be getting new reps. He said he feels like they'll be okay offensively and defensively if they keep doing that. I asked him at quarterback, what's going to be the situation here in the second half? He said, we're going to continue to try to play the hot hand, so if one of these guys starts playing better than the other, you'll probably see more of them here in the second half.
Harry, thank you. By the way, have you ever seen Harry and PJ Fleck in the same room?
Harry, you can put the cap on now. You know, I know that bald head is a little chilly down there.
Yeah, I know Fleck doesn't wear one because he's tough. You don't have to fake it anymore.
But he lives in Minnesota. You live in Atlanta. We're soft in Atlanta, so it's okay.
Hey, I made PJ a promise, guys.
Right.
Like I was like, hey, look, if you're committed to it, I am. You know, us brothers and scouts got to stay together.
Row that boat together. You row that boat together.
Understood. So here comes Brosmer and crew. Solid first half for Brosmer, 10 of 18, 126 in the touchdown. After a 3-and-out and a missed field goal, they've gone 3 consecutive touchdown drives. Slip screen to start. Darius Taylor's been active out of the backfield. He's even thrown for a touchdown. He caught one there to try to get the offense going. As the man of the lunch pail, Wilfred Penne and Cole Nelson bring him down after 3.
Yeah, really good game from him. And the thing you love about these running backs is the fact that they can catch the ball in the backfield so well. You know, they're part of the pass game. It's not just guys that can run in, hand it off, and then you have to find someone else on third down to come in. Like, you can split them out and move them around this offense.
Both backs have been affected. Darius Taylor, 67 yards. Mangum in now, 6 carries for 45 yards. And that's Mangum off the left side, and he just keeps doing, I mean, he is getting chunk after chunk on this defense, and that's another one, gain of 6.
Well, the difference between both defenses, you go back to the first half and kind of even watching tape on Minnesota, we discussed this, but they tackle so well. We keep seeing over and over again this Virginia Tech defense, you know, get in the backfield, bad angles, and then not wrapping up. Got to find a way to take down the big back somehow.
So 3rd and short, extra offensive linemen in for the Gophers. Brosmer looks like he's checking out of the original play. Rides it up the gut, and that's going to be just enough for the first down, as Spencer was there for the tackle, but Taylor was able to get it.
Well, the offensive line's going to do a good job of essentially crashing everyone down, leaving Spencer one-on-one. And Spencer's got good size, 6'2", 216, but going against a running back that's 235, 240. Oh, excuse me, that was Taylor there, about 215 each, and just a fight there to get to the first down.
Low man wins, 1st and 10, Minnesota opening drive, 3rd quarter. Pressure coming. Line picks it up. Receiver sets down into that defense. And that was Danielle Hayes in a gain of 13.
Well, that's a nice blitz pick up there. They're actually going to go to that bear front we talked about in the first half. Bunch of man-on-mans, head up, nose, 3 techniques, 2-5 techniques, then bring in a safety pressure as well. They do a half slide, so 4 men slide to the right. They pick it up, give the quarterback plenty of time to hit it for the first down.
And Aaron, we've seen a lot out of Brosmer tonight. The checkdowns to the running backs, the intermediate routes, the deep throws. He's shown a little bit of everything with these play calls tonight. 9 of his last 12 after starting 3 of 8. Slips out of the pocket. That's a good job of switching his feet. Taylor drops it.
I love the fork. I mean, how many times do we watch college football and do we see a quarterback just take a straight 5-step drop from under center? I mean, everyone nowadays from high school to college, they're all on the gun. And it's hard to get the timing necessarily to be in what we call this West Coast offense. And this is why so many guys in the NFL still run that system. They believe so much in the quarterback's feet matching up with the receivers and certain round concepts on top of that.
Yeah, to that point, we've talked to coaches that said they bring in quarterbacks that have never taken a snap under center in their life. Which we can get onto my pet peeve when it's 3rd and short or 4th and short. The quarterback lines up in a shotgun 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I mean, look at, and I'm not here to call it Heupel. I love Heupel's offense in Tennessee and what they do, but I mean, their quarterbacks just catch the ball and they just stand there. There's no movement. It's hard to build a rhythm as a quarterback,
right,
when you're trying to time routes up with your footwork, and there's just no footwork to time it up with. You're just kind of waiting there for something to pop, and then you have to react.
So 3rd and 4 now. Minnesota has converted 4 consecutive 3rd downs. Taylor trying to make it 5. Dances, cuts, not going to do it. Good job by Virginia Tech. Stevens, the first one there.
Well, Stevens is a guy that this coach staff, when we talked to him this week, we're talking about, hey, number 42, keep an eye out for him. He's going to get his opportunity now with all these opt-outs, and we're really excited to see if he can take advantage of it. And right there, one-on-one, gets inside that right tackle, is able to get the big stop for this defense.
So already a victory for Virginia Tech here. They had the 60-yard field goal to end the 2nd quarter, and now their defense gets a stop on the opening possession as Ali Jennings deep to receive the punt. Crawford gonna let his guys get down there into the wind. Oh, this is gonna be good. That was special. We have a little bit of everything tonight. We've got 60-yard field goals. We've got punts to the 1-inch line. We've got the beautiful skyline of Charlotte, North Carolina. Minnesota up 21-10.
I got something coming up. Something kind of big.
But does Chad Powers eat Mayo? As you're watching Capital One Bowl Mania. Virginia Tech pinned deep at their inch line. It's Pop Watson at quarterback to start the half. Pop gonna keep it. Pop gets some space. Much needed breathing room. Baranowski brings him down at a good gain of 6.
Oh, the tight ends on the outside, Gosnell and St. Germain taking care of business. That's why you love getting this 12 personnel. Add these big physical tight ends that can take on linebackers to get you out of your own end zone.
Yes, Virginia Tech offense had the big play to get on the board, but just 80 first half yards after the big play. I'd like to get something going here in the third quarter. Quick shot outside, dangerous, but caught. Benji Gosnell, the first of House Gosnell to get a reception tonight. That was living dangerously, but it was clean in a gain of 11.
Yeah, Ethan Robinson saw it, tried to bait the quarterback into throwing it. Oh my goodness, was just there to get a pick 6, but enough juice on that football to get to the tight end.
That's gonna be offsides on Jack Henderson, so they're gonna get a free play out of it. There was some hand fighting, and again, we saw this early in the game. These officials are letting the receivers and DBs play.
It seems a lot has been the Virginia Tech receivers, unfortunately, not getting calls for 3 of them, but consistency is there.
Offside defense, number 20, in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Again, normally you'd say something about that, but we've seen it already.
Yeah, but as I said, it feels like all 3 have been Virginia Tech receivers not getting the call, but I saw enough hands going back and forth on both sides there not to throw a flag on that one.
So 1st and 5 after the offsides. A run up the middle, trying to establish that running game, only 20 yards in the first half, and that's a gain of 2.
I want to see a little bit more of the quarterback run game with Pop there now at the quarterback spot.
Because he can earn the job. They want to see if he'd be the guy next year for Virginia Tech.
You love the mobility. I just want to see a little bit more of it in this game. Add that extra player for the offense, an extra blocker as well with the quarterback run.
2nd and 3, gonna run it again right up the middle. That's a good hard run, and that'll be a first down, Virginia Tech. Jeremiah Coney, he's getting an opportunity, as is Tyler Mason. We saw some Malachi Thomas with Bayshaw Tootin out. If you're just joining us here in the second half, Tootin's out, Daquan Felton out, Jalen Lane out. So it's an opportunity for a lot of these guys that maybe didn't touch the ball a lot this year to show what they can do.
Well, you're playing your 3rd-string quarterback that has only had 1 career start. So a lot of newness on both sides of the football. And hey, man, we're only 21-10 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's a hard throw for Watson to make, rolling away from his strong side. Jarikus Hairston was the intended receiver.
Yeah, and Anthony Smith goes up and tips the football, number 0. And they're going to move Anthony Smith around. He's coming in and starting right now. Going to put him at the 5 technique, but on 3rd and known passing downs, they feel pretty confident with his ability to get for the quarterback.
7 seconds left on the play clock. High snap, handoff, and a big hit in the middle of the field. That was a sticking move after 3. That was Jackson Howard delivering the goods.
Jackson Howard, 6'4", 245, redshirt freshman, making a nice play right there. And look at the stalemate from the defensive line. Really not a lot of push up front, allows the linebacker to get in there and make a play.
So 3rd and 7, his drive started just about the 1-yard line. Coney motions back into the backfield. Pressure on Watson. Watson goes down. And that Minnesota defensive front, led by Danny Strigo, has been giving Virginia Tech fits to the tune of 4 sacks.
Now, Strigo, the best player, maybe the best defensive player on this football team. The coaches are just raving about him. Great first double teams, can set the edge. And right here, extremely disruptive, just essentially a bull rush, one-on-one with the right tackles, able to shed off of him and get enough of the quarterback to bring him down for the sack.
So Peter Moore to punt, Coy Parrish, freshman All-American, deep at the 35. 6th punt of the night. That got a great roll. We've had back-to-back, but it's a punt off now, and a flag on the field. That is a 69-yard punt. Somewhere Pat McAfee's having a cigarette and a turkey leg with mayonnaise.
All together, what a sight that would be. In a cutoff t-shirt.
You're right, it would be a sight. That's a new career high for Moore. We'll check what the penalty is. See PJ Fleck coaching up the true freshman. He read his lips. He said, you have to make that catch. Because by electing not to, it rolled 25 yards.
You get to understand, too, where the wind's going. That ball's going to bounce and just keep going pretty fast.
There's no foul in the play. The result is first down.
Okay, so the punt stands where it is. 8-yard line, 69 yards. It's a battle of the kickers, field goals and punts here in Charlotte.
The AT&T Countdown to the College Football Playoff National Championship, Monday, January 20th on ESPN.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
21-10 Minnesota over Virginia Tech, Duke's Mayo Bowl, and we are making history up here in the booth for our first test tasting of the 3rd quarter. Duke's makes Southern sauces as well. This is Aaron Murray's first ever turkey leg. Is that correct?
First ever turkey leg right here.
Why haven't you had a turkey leg before this?
I don't know.
Let's throw some hickory bourbon barbecue. You've never had a turkey leg.
Never had a turkey leg.
That's $1.
Oh my goodness. This is maybe where you thrive here. I'm gonna let you thrive on this one. Yes? Okay, here we go.
What a carnivore. Get it. Get it in there, Fred Flintstone. That was good. Brosmer over the middle. I can't talk because there's barbecue sauce all over my face and fingers. I need to scrub in like I'm scrubbing in for surgery because Elijah Spencer and a gain of 26.
Oh, we need some wet wipes up here.
Oh my
We need some wet wipes up here.
Did they put glue on that thing?
Sticky, icky. Hey, we may not be able to use the telestrator to midway through the 4th quarter.
Duke's Mayo, it is officially game over up here in the booth. We've officially lost it. So after the big play, they stick it on the ground. And where's Harry Lyles been?
Mayo, the ball carrier from Minnesota.
He is eating a moon pie. Harry, were the holidays that hard on you? Why are you up there by yourself? He's eating a moon pie and mayo like chips and salsa.
I'm just waiting for him to give it a little clean shave to that head with some mayonnaise on top.
It's my second one, too, guys.
Oh, good. It's happening.
Don't knock it till you try it.
2nd and 9. Rosemer, check down over the middle. That's there all day if he wants it. That's Nick Callerup. I can't touch, like, you think I'm kidding, I can't touch it.
It sticks well. It sticks well for the hair. It sticks well for the hair.
You have, like...
Yeah, no telly for a little bit. No telly for a little bit.
We lost it. All right, 1st and 10. I'm giving my game ball to Shep. One-on-one down the middle. Brosmer didn't see it in time. He pulls it and runs. Again, we were talking about it kind of lovingly during the break. We didn't know Brosmer had that in him, but he's deceptively mobile now, gain of 3.
He had the first possession of the game, showed that a little athleticism. I was like, okay, didn't really see this on tape. I mean, you saw the Tom Brady movement with inside the pocket, the footwork, just buying a quick second to find the check down, but a couple times on the run here, able to get some nice yardage with his legs.
It looks like a crime scene up here in the booth. 2nd and 6.
So this is probably the reason why I don't eat turkey legs, just a little too messy.
I'll dive into that later. Taylor off the left side. He's got all kinds of space. Tries the stiff arm, and actually the Virginia Tech defender, Thomas Williams, got a better of him on it, and a gain of 6.
We need to see the receiver Haynes on the outside. We talk about taking 2 for 1. He takes the cornerback to the safety and then lifts the safety off the ground. What a block there, and this is what springs the running back for a nice gain. You see the safety on the ground. We're gonna look at this one. Look at him. Bam!
That's so good.
2 for 1.
You know, that's a tie. Thomas Williams withstood all of that.
No, he got put down.
All right. Mangum in the backfield. Brosmer going to go to him on the wheel routes. Got some hands as well. Waited just a touch late for him to get out of the backfield. Dante Lovett there in Minnesota kind of methodically working their way down the field here in the 3rd quarter.
I mean, you're seeing a lot of zone coverage. I mean, Virginia Tech, they want to try to keep everything in front. They don't want to make a big mistake. And right now you're seeing an offense that's just running what we call like a spacing concept over and over again. Everyone's running about 5-yard routes. Running back will do something different, and you're just going from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and it's just really easy on this quarterback.
I feel like mid-sentence the barbecue sauce got you.
It's sort of coming a little bit.
I feel like you just got by barbecue as Taylor takes it up the middle.
I feel like I handled it pretty well. I just kept trying.
Any other game, I wouldn't call you out, but it's the Duke's Mayo Bowl, and you're getting called out for it.
Woo, that turkey leg.
How do you feel about your first experience?
Messy, sticky, a little sticky, but I think we're good now. We should be good for the Telestrator.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania, emphasis on Mania. Now remember, there's a celebrity reveal after the game. So Tubby is going to be revealed. Minute and a half here in the 3rd quarter. Had some good patience there by Taylor. He waited for that defense to kind of clear with the blocks and was able to get something out of enough. That looked disastrous. There's a gain of 3.
I said, when we said this earlier in this drive, the previous drive, I mean, they're getting some pressure and some movement in the backfield, but just unable to take these running backs down. And just, you talked about the great patience there by the running back to just wait for his turn and then find it.
All right, so one of those defensive leaders for Virginia Tech, Jaden Keller, is down on a knee. They'll check in on him, and we'll step out while they do. Let's take a look at tonight's Player Spotlight, brought to you by Tide. Elijah Spencer. Aaron, you've talked about it a couple times now. He's the #1 now with Daniel Jackson opting out. He's done nothing but step up in that role at a big level tonight.
Well, I was excited to see him, period. I mean, he's a great receiver, uses his hands well, nice body control, everything you want. Now asked to do a little bit more with Daniel Jackson out, and he's taking full advantage of it right now. Currently tied for most touchdown receptions in a game in school history. We'll see if he can break that at some point here in the 2nd half.
Minute 16 left. We can't update you on Jaden Keller. He was able to get off the field under his own power, so that's good news for Virginia Tech, already shorthanded. As this drive continues for Minnesota. After the long punt, this started down at their own 8. Rosemer just taking his time with that play clock as we near the end of the third quarter. This is a new one.
Just tell the offensive line, hey guys, relax. Don't get in your stance yet. About
don't get
10 seconds, you'll get down there.
Don't need those turkey legs sore.
No, no.
Let the meat eat. Blitz coming. Quick shot, Rosemer. Good job by the Hokies sniffing that one out. Thomas Williams, the first one there on Spencer, and that's a loss of 3, bringing up a 3rd and long.
Well, they're bringing pressure from the boundary, run pass option. You think you have numbers to the outside, but really good job coming downhill as Thomas Williams right by the receiver to get the TFL and put this offense in a 3rd and long situation here right to start the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they're going to let the clock go down. I mean, they let it go halfway down that play before, so they're going to let it go to the 4th quarter. They'll do their customary sprint down the field. And remember, they're downwind now to begin the 4th quarter. Probably part of the gamesmanship there PJ Fleck was playing as they're up 21-10 at the end of 3 in Charlotte. 4th quarter here, the Duke's Mayo Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania down in Charlotte as we send it down to Harry.
Yeah, guys, I am here with Tubby, trying to obviously figure out who is underneath his suit. Now, I'm 6'1", you're about my height, right? So, I mean, you could be anybody, or, well, okay, you could be shorter, you could be taller, okay, you can fit a bunch of profiles. Have you been enjoying the game so far? Got it. You know, we ought to do, what's with the thick eyebrows too, Tubby? Are you like that underneath the suit as well? Got it. Awesome.
3rd and 10. Brosmer comes up. That's Hayes. Does he get enough? He's going to be just short. And it's going to be 4th and inches.
Oh, Mr. Do-It-All in this football game, Darius Taylor with the block, blitzing linebacker. He's one-on-one the hole, takes care of business, allows his quarterback to step up to find the receiver on that short crossing route. And just short.
I'm surprised they didn't run it Mangum. The big fella, Jaron Mangum, here on 4th and short. Taylor remains in the backfield. You can get a good old-fashioned QB sneak here as well.
Push.
There it is, yep. Minnesota 8 of 9 coming into the game on 4th down conversions, make it 9 of 10. Harry, we appreciate that journalism to start the 4th quarter. The celebrity reveal of Tubby. Our top story.
You have any ideas?
No.
None.
They're guarding that like a state secret. So a conversion there on 4th down for Minnesota. Drive continues to start the 4th. Aaron Murray, Matt Berry, Harry Lyles, play fake for Brosmer. Lofts it up. And no one home, trying to get it back to Spencer.
And it's a big play action fake. 2 guys essentially crossing about 15 yards on the field. I thought the defensive backs, this very young secondary, we said it earlier, 5 new guys, including the nickel, that are playing in this game. And they pass it off really, really well, and no one open down the field. It's crazy. I mean, you talk about this football team in general heading into this game, Virginia Tech. 11 new starters combined on both sides of the football, 20 new players on the 2 deep.
And this was a defense coming in 40th in the country in scoring defense. Already with youth tonight. Handoff up the middle as Taylor's had a good night tonight, trying for his 10th 100-yard rushing game. That's going to be 3 to give him 88 on the night. Brings up another 3rd down.
Well, I mean, you had 2, probably one of the better duos of cornerbacks in the country, and Strong and Delaney, 10 interceptions over the past 2 seasons. I mean, that is just gives you so much more confidence in what you can do, knowing you have lockdown corners on the outside.
But I tell you, it gives Brent Pry confidence. Some of these young guys tonight, seeing what he's got for depth there. They're recruiting well, some portal additions, and a big 3rd down.
So possible man-to-man coverage with that motion and with the running back.
Presser. Sacked. Penny. He carries the lunch pail for a reason, and he brings down Brosmer in a loss of 9 on 3rd down.
His 3rd sack of the season, and they're going to play man-to-man coverage, and just no one open down the field. You're going to watch the quarterback going through his reads, 5-step drop, no. And then just whoops the tackle on the outside as Penne to force the field goal.
It was Nathan Roy who got beat by Penne under pressure. Now a 44-yard attempt. Kesic already missed one tonight. On the way, Kesic good. Now 24-10, but again, a good job by that young Virginia Tech defense. 2nd time tonight they've been able to hold off a touchdown, but Minnesota adds to their lead. The Kesic field goal, 24-10 in Charlotte. North Dakota State squares off against Montana State. This is going to be a really, really good football game. FCS championship game Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to tell you something. If you haven't watched Tommy Mellott play college football, Montana State, watch him. He's a hell of a football player. This could be a fun one. Cannot wait for this one on Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. You look at Minnesota now. We were talking about the Golden Gophers and the season that could have gone either way for them. PJ Fleck coming into this one. He's had a couple of good runs here at Minnesota. He can get, in his 8th year, he's had a couple of 9-win seasons, had a 10-win season early on. See what they can do to build on tonight. They'll have a new quarterback next year after Brosmer's off to the NFL. They like Drake Lindsay, the young guy.
That's going to be the big key. Is, you know, you talk about Drake Lindsay. We've seen him in this game a little bit, some trickery in the 1st quarter, but you know, how much did he learn from Brosmer, and what did he take in? And now it's going to be his team. He's got to be ready to be that leader starting tomorrow.
Both teams getting a look at some of their young players. Virginia Tech has certainly done that tonight. As Pop Watson continues at quarterback for Virginia Tech. Only 2nd possession of the 2nd half for the Hokies. Quick pitch outside. Tyler Mason, the freshman. I'll tell you, of all the young players we've seen tonight, I've been as impressed with Mason as anybody. He has got some speed. He looks like he could be the next good Virginia running back.
I mean, you see that burst. You see that catch the ball, get to the edge right now, and leave defenders kind of trailing in from the backside. And this is, like we've said, from the very fast Minnesota defense, and he's showing out right now. Number 23 is making his case to be RB1 come next year.
The Hokies, they've got a proud history of running backs, even going back to Suggs, Kevin Jones, that crew. Schlee, reverse. Adams, space. There goes Adams, tripped up. Looked like he was getting it in, and Kerry Brown caught an angle on him, and Keelan Adams, the freshman out of Virginia Beach, in a gain of 47. The Hokies needed something to happen, and they got it.
Well, let's just start the freshman safety, the stud back here, and he's going to get absolutely, unfortunate for him, pancaked. Big number 75 is going to come around, sees him one-on-one, and puts him on his butt, leading the charge down the field for another explosive play for this offense.
Give him credit, he recognized the play, but so did the Virginia Tech offensive lineman as Schlee now runs the option. And every time we've seen Schlee come in a couple of times, they find a way to package him differently than they have Pop Watson, and it leads to a big play.
Well, he's a guy that's played more, was the number 2 guy. Probably obviously significantly more reps through practice and games than Pop. But, you know, Pop got a lot during the bowl prep. And we've seen some good stuff from number 18. Let's see if he can find a way to get them into the end zone.
So Mason back in the backfield. 2-score game, 24-10. Hands it off to Mason, and Anthony Smith bear hugs him. And a loss of 2.
Well, they were going to double team the offensive line to the 2nd level. Both guys are on Anthony Smith, and then they just let him go. And neither one, that's just bad communication up front from the offensive line. One of them has to stay on the big fella up front. He said, all right, no one wants to block me after this double team. I'll get the tackle.
6 tackle for losses tonight for the Minnesota defense and a big 3rd down. Virginia Tech trying to save Brent Pry's hopes of a Mayo bath. They're going to call a timeout.
Virginia Tech has called their first charge timeout of the half.
So 24-10, Hokies moving. See if they can cash it in with a touchdown when we return.
The Dukes Mayo Bowl is brought to you by Dukes Mayo. Welcome to Dukes Country. Visit dukescountry.com.
We are getting closer to the Mayo bath. Neil Brown got it last year. We were here to see it. And they are getting it. They are getting it ready now. This is a live look at one of the great traditions in sport. Harry and crew getting the Mayo bath ready. Can Schley and Virginia Tech make it a one-score game?
Guy who's been just non-existent. Gosnell, number 12, one of the top guys.
Big third down. Schley gonna keep it. Minnesota ready for it. Danny Strigo, a guy they call their best player on defense for Minnesota. And decision time now for Brent Pry, as it looks like he's keeping his offense out on the field.
Yeah, the goal was just to make this a fourth and more manageable situation. If you get a pop, if you pop it off for a first down, great, but can we make it a little bit easier? But still, like, where is number 12? No catches here this evening.
8 of 19 on the season on fourth down. Schley, throw. You mentioned Gosnell, it is incomplete. Kerry Brown was there, he tried to get it to 12, and Minnesota holds on defense.
Kerry Brown, Mr. Do-It-All defensively for Minnesota. Another freshman, this one is a redshirt freshman. Quick, will strike you, diagnoses it, and then comes up with the big play. Perfect timing, just as Gosnell's getting it in his hands, able to hit him for the incompletion.
All right, we'll be back in 10 seconds after a message from Ally.
Looking at season tickets to support your team next year? You can save for them with Ally, the bank that's your ally. Back to you.
All right, so a big stop for Minnesota's defense as the offense comes back on the field. See if they can row their boat into that river of Mayo as PJ Fleck.
Minnesota has called their first charge timeout of the half.
Going to use their first time out of the half. Oh, they are literally rowing the Mayo. I mean, that is delicious. 24-10 here at the Dukes Mayo Bowl. We are getting so close to revealing the celebrity Tubby. Yep, that's 25. And don't forget to check out the ESPN app for the Capital One post game immediately following the game. That's where we will reveal the celebrity Tubby and give the winning coach a Mayo bath. Imagine people on Friday night hearing all of this to start the new year.
Yeah, it's a great start.
Brosmer and Taylor, can they create a great start to this drive? No. Virginia Tech's defense there, Caleb Spencer. -1 on that one.
A perfect time to bring the blitz, bring 2 off the edge, defensive end, and then Spencer as well. Tight end is responsible for that end man line of scrimmage on his back block. He takes the defensive end. And Caleb Webb's there to, or Caleb Spencer, excuse me, there to get the TFL.
And you know PJ Fleck, even though 3 of his offensive linemen are out, he still has a big front. He wants to make a statement on this drive, get some first downs, continue to run the ball, continue to run that clock.
Well, there's no better feeling for a coach than just be able to run the football late in the fourth quarter and just melt away the time. It's still a 2-possession game.
That last drive, 9 minutes and 20 seconds for Minnesota. That was their longest of the season. As there's Taylor again on the ground trying to follow those blockers, but the Hokies do a good job corralling him after 4, once again led by Spencer.
I will say the one thing we've been really impressed, obviously we knew Darius Taylor coming to this game good runner, good catcher out of the backfield, but seeing him in person and just the patience in which he runs with has been really impressive.
I've been impressed with him. I've been impressed with Mangum.
I feel like you haven't seen Mangum in a while.
No, he was their heavy hitter early on, big fella. Elijah Spencer's been good. And I've been impressed with a lot of these Virginia Tech defenders as well. Now 3rd and 8. Hokies need a stop. Pressure. Brosmer. Picked off! Dante Lovett gives the Hokies life.
Well, this one starts with the defensive line. You're going to see some pressure from their 3 technique. Gets right in the face of Brosmer, forcing this football to go high. Last thing you want to see for a quarterback, ball goes high, gets tipped a little bit from the receiver, and then a DB's waiting on the backside, ready to go. Look at the pressure there, right in his face. Has to go up and over number 22. Kevin Gilman. Ball's high, and then Dante Lovett's right there for the interception. We just said it's a 2-score game, and a massive turnover there to get the ball back for Virginia Tech inside the 20.
Lovett 5 tackles, the interception when Virginia Tech needed it most. Can they capitalize? Pop Watson in at quarterback. Looking downfield, throws it across the middle. Complete. And it's going to be goal to go. That's Aiden Green, who had a big play early. He's been quiet since.
That's a great job. It's just a mesh concept, and you want it versus man. They get zoned, so that middle sit-down's got to work to get open.
Coney in the backfield. The give to Coney, and a great job by Minnesota's defense. Coy Parrish, the true freshman, timed it perfectly.
Yeah, we haven't seen Coy too much in this football game, and I was really looking forward to seeing him go out there and make plays. And it's not like he's had a bad game at all, but just not been as involved as in games past. And that number 3 coming in at the right time right there to get that TFL.
What a possession here midway through the 4th quarter.
She come in with an extra offensive lineman.
Coney again. Faked it, Watson. Watson nailed. Ball comes out. And they spot it for Virginia Tech. It looked like it came out late. Either way, Hokies fall on it. Baranowski was the first one there. As Watson faked it to Coney, kept it. That ball was out.
Yeah, that ball is definitely out there.
Jack Henderson, the big play.
Good job on the scrum there to get the ball back, at least give him an opportunity. 4 down territory here. About 5 minutes to go, so 2 downs to get this ball in the end zone.
Colin Schley in at quarterback. What was once 1st and goal at the 4. 2 TFLs, the reverse. Does Minnesota bite? It's Green trying to get to the outside, and the Gophers string him out. Zaquan Bryan there. And now 4th and goal.
I don't love this call right now. You got to get a lot of yards to get this to a manageable 4th down. You're going to try some trickery. Just put all your eggs in that basket. Would have loved.
How about the closing speed by Bryan to get there?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's the whole defense. Speed, 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 all 3 levels.
So this likely it for Virginia Tech. 4th and goal. Pop. Left. Picked off. Bryan. Minnesota's defense does it again.
Listen, 4th down, long, you got to score a touchdown. You have to throw the football. Unfortunately for Pop, there's just absolutely nothing there. I think in his receivers he's throwing to, he's hoping he turns up the sideline. The receiver stops. You have to understand, you got to get in the end zone. That's Aiden Green there. But still, for Pop, just a Bad situation. They're dropping 8 in the coverage. You only got 4 guys running routes, essentially 2-on-1 on everyone. And Brian's there to make the interception.
After the ball got to the 4-yard line, there were 3 straight tackles for loss, and then the interception for Brian, who got the start after Justin Wally, one of their stars, opted out. And then there goes Darius Taylor to start the drive for 9, trying to get his 10th 100-yard rushing game. He's at 99 yards right now. How about that Minnesota defense these last 2 possessions when they needed it most? 2 4-down stops.
They've done it all year long. It has been one of the better defenses in the Big Ten, which, after what we've watched from bowl season in the playoffs, maybe
that's
the best conference in America this year. So that is saying a lot. Seeing what they did against teams like Michigan and teams like a Penn State, how close they've been. I mean, this team was knocking on the door to 8 or 9 wins this season.
11th in scoring defense, 17.5 points a game, 6th in points or yards allowed per game at just under 291, and that's going to be the first down Minnesota needs on this drive. And you talk about PJ Fleck. Can they break through in the 12-team playoff era? We saw that at Indiana this year, an unlikely playoff participant. Penn State's in, Ohio State's in. Minnesota, the foundation has been there with Fleck for a while. What's it going to take for them to break through?
Well, they had the quarterback this year, so I hope you've built that culture inside that quarterback room that can help elevate and continue to move in that direction. But you said it, I mean, part of it's too scheduling. You know, the Big Ten with the additions of Oregon, obviously it's more competitive, it's going to be more difficult. You need a little bit of luck at times too, and I'm not saying Indiana's a bad team at all. I think Indiana's a very respectable football team, but they had a very favorable schedule. They took advantage of it and ended up being one of those final 12 teams when it was all said and done.
And again, both players, look at the day and age. What if I told you that Minnesota actually had more players not playing tonight than Virginia Tech? We were talking about that in the car ride over. We knew Virginia Tech had some stars that were out. You know, Brent Pry spoke with him at length before the game, and he said the practices coming into this week were some of the best practices they've had all year.
Yeah, I was shocked when you brought that number up, and we had some late guys that we did not know until today for Minnesota weren't playing, but some studs like Daniel Jackson, and still this offense has found a way to move the football.
Just 1 timeout remaining for the Hokies. Taylor trying to join Mo Ibrahim, one of the great Minnesota running backs, and Lawrence Maroney for double-digit 100-yard games, and especially in multiple bowl games. That's a good list of players.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's why we're seeing more of him here.
Well, he's got it now. He's got 106.
3 minutes, 18 seconds, 3:18.
All right, so coming up, Sports Center after the game. We are being told they're going to come back live to Charlotte so you can see the Mayo bath. That is an actual sentence on Sports Center, and I absolutely love it. College football playoffs days away. Keys to the 2 semifinals. Jimmy Butler has been suspended. Shams Charania on the latest is next with his saga. Sports Center coming up after the game. What a great bowl season we have had, and I say this every year, and I'm going to say it again. Anyone who thinks there are too many bowl games needs to warm up their Mayo and drink it.
Is that hinting at our next activity?
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that. No such thing as too many bowl games is my point to the comment.
I feel like the majority have been terrific, too. I mean, competitive. They've been awesome.
Going into the first round of the college football playoff, there were so many bowl games that came down to the last possession.
Yes.
I get it. There was blowout fatigue in the first round of the playoffs. So what? The bowl games are around it. These mean something to these players. These seniors, like a Brosmer that wants to go out, his final college football game.
For the young players, too. Yes.
My next comment is going to be in these young guys. They didn't get to play all year. Well, guess what? They got an audience all to themselves tonight to play in a bowl game, play in front of their family, play in front of their friends. There's no such thing. Bowl games are a celebration of college football, and it needs to stay that way. 3rd and 2. Taylor patient. He's going to be spotted just short. So 4th down here, as we approach the 2-minute timeout. I'd be stunned if Fleck doesn't just put it away.
Yeah, I think Fleck's going to trust his offensive line, his running back. They've been falling forward in this game. And hey, you got to be careful for that tush push from the quarterback sneak. Got that last 4th and 1 as well.
Yeah, it is inches away, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. Again, Virginia Tech, no timeouts remaining. P.J. Fleck knows 1 yard separates him from a bath of mayo on a bald head. Who doesn't want to see that live? And now for tonight's Capital One Player of the Game, Darius Taylor, Minnesota.
He has done it all this evening, throwing the football for a touchdown, showing a little touch, but then doing what he does best, the patience, the vision, and then using some speed down the field for another rushing touchdown. 113 yards rushing so far in this game.
4th and short. Brosmer gonna fake it. What a play call. Jamison gears after Brosmer faked the quarterback sneak. And it is game, set, Mayo for Minnesota.
I think that was Brosmer's call. He came up with that play right there. We're trying to figure out.
You think that's the one?
I think that's the one. I think that's the one. The fake tush push tight end sneak. They love to sneak those tight ends. Look at them, block, 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 block. Release down the field. And then go up there with those strong hands and make the catch.
P.J. Fleck, congratulations. That ball play just got you a dome of mayo. That had to, you're right, that had to be Brosmer's. We'll have to have Harry ask him that at the end of the game of which play he wanted in. Is it his take and need time for Minnesota, who's going to finish their season 8-5, led by their Capital One Player of the Game, Darius Taylor. And what a win for the Golden Gophers to end their season.
And it's just a much-deserved win. This has been a terrific season for Minnesota. Get that number 8 win, 8-5 overall. Love their quarterback. Good luck to him as he gets ready for the NFL. And for Virginia Tech, man, a lot of young players, and they played hard tonight. There's a lot to look forward for the Hokies heading into the offseason as well.
And I'm going to tell you, Virginia Tech, I was high on the Hokies coming into the season. They had 21 of 22 starters coming back. But Brent Pry's going to have to go back to the drawing board to get this program up and running as P.J. Fleck gets the Gatorade bath before the Mayo bath. Boy, is he going to be sticky and smelly.
Sticky, smelly, but happy. Happy, that's for sure.
He's going to smell like the Sigma Chi house at Arizona State in about 15 minutes. But hey, great effort by both schools. Virginia Tech came into this thing shorthanded. Their players fought, they played with heart. And Brosmer, what can you say? 6th-year kid, getting ready for his NFL career, comes out, plays in the bowl game, and gets a win to end his college career.
I'm interested to see where he ends up. I mean, we're just bullish on him, obviously, and said these scouts and coaches are going to learn a lot from him over the next 4 weeks through whatever game he may play in. Combine, pro day, the meetings, all that. He is going to just shock them with his knowledge, IQ. It's a pretty good film as well.
Hats off to all the fans that traveled here to Charlotte. Both fan bases, Virginia Tech and Minnesota, showed up here at Bank of America Stadium. We bring up Max Brosmer. He was a guy that we wanted to talk about tonight because you knew of him, but when you get to know him and hear how his coaches talk about him, we saw it in person. Really smart quarterback, really effective player.
Smart quarterback. He's accurate with the football. The footwork is just absolutely tremendous. I mean, his ability to get to the line of scrimmage and know where he needs to go with the football and then go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, use the arm angles, showed us, Matt, some athleticism as well throughout the evening.
Let's go down to Harry.
Max, I got to ask you about that last first down. Was that the original play call, or did you dial that one up?
No, it was the original play call. Coach Harbaugh had installed that probably like day 1 of fall camp. We hadn't run it all year. And I knew what he was thinking in the moment. I was wondering if he was going to call it. He called it, and then J-Mo ended up making a really good catch up front. Blocking was awesome. That's what sealed the game. Guys making the small plays happen.
You and I talked about how much this group means to you, how much you love your team. How much does it mean to you to get this last win with your guys?
It's so cool. We said from the moment that we have one more game and one more opportunity to play with each other and compete against another team with each other, and that's why everybody played. That's why we all came out here and played, and I thought the guys put their butts off today, offense, defense, and special teams. We put a full game together, That was one of our goals, starting from game one. We played a full game of 60-minute football. And so I'm proud of my guys, how we battled, and we end up victorious.
We appreciate you, Max. It's time to get your coach dirty.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Let's do it, guys.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that, too, is these players wait. If you're in this bowl game, you get 6 months of revenge on your head coach because you get to watch him get dumped in Mayo.
Oh, you should let the players just dump it all over him, but you gotta send the bus right back to the hotel with him, though.
Hey, this was fun. We appreciate everyone watching tonight, putting up with our antics. It wouldn't be college football season, the Duke's Mayo Bowl, without it. Mike Griffin directed it. Joe Tanner produced it. For Harry Lyles, Aaron Murray up here in the booth. I am Matt Berry. Minnesota over Virginia Tech, 24-10. Let's go to Sports Center. Hey, we'll come back for some Mayo in a bit.